fight, never flight, but I wanna have fun all night. I could've took this girl if I wanted, but I ain't into throwing dirty laundry in the public. I can always make something out of nothing, cause I know how it was when it wasn't. Falling ships and murder that she wrote. Combination, always drink and smoke. Apathy could help the way I roll, cause I'm selective on how much I show. Time will tell, don't show me what I know. Know you have to only go for broke. You look good but act just like a hoe. You look good but I really want nothing but a good time. I ain't here for the fuck shit, paying no mind. If you're trying to show me substance, bring it on mine. I really want nothing but a good time. I really can't stress this enough. I always gotta keep it at a buck. I rather have money than lust, but I'ma look twice if she got a big butt. I have a hard time with trust. Part-time love is a new fine drug. It's okay, I'ma fill my cup. It's okay, I'ma still turn up. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. I love the dancing. I really want nothing but a good time. I ain't here for the fuck shit, paying no mind. If you're trying to show me substance, bring it on mine. I really want nothing but a good time. Why don't you just pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. You love the dancing, you love the fight. Pull up, girl, to Barry Wine. I love the dancing, I love the night. I've been searching, I've been searching, I quit searching, I quit searching for you, I quit searching for you.
Welcome to another episode of Butterfly Blackout. I'm your host, Emily, along with Truth and Jeff.
Hello.
Hello. I hope everybody had a wonderful, non-violent week. We're still talking about the storm on the Capitol as if it wasn't an inside job. Maybe it was an inside job, but who knows? In the meantime, D.C. is a war zone. Enter at your own risk. Basically, the military and the National Guard are just posted there for the inauguration, which I'm not sure why we're having it. I thought we were supposed to be social distancing. And why can't the president-elect and the VP-elect just put their hands on a Bible, say their oath, and then just get to work? Why do we need a whole production?
I think what's his name started that?
Who?
Obama. Yeah, Beyonce there, like a big festival, or maybe it's just a Democrat thing.
Whatever.
Might be a Democrat thing.
Well, it's taking place on the 20th, and we will be monitoring the anti or the non-social distancing that will take place. And we have music artists scheduled to perform, like Lady Gaga, J-Lo, Dietrich Haddon, and more.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, and I think Justin Timberlake as well. He wrote a special song for the occasion. Yeah.
When do we do artists? I don't mean to cut you off. When do we do artists on this?
Started with Obama.
No, he
Obama
only
had-
had Aretha Franklin.
No, yeah, Beyonce.
Singing what's her name?
Yeah,
No.
Beyonce. She did.
Well, they were invited
at
up
last.
there.
No, she sung at last, and that's why
That's why
gosh,
the
Etta
original
James.
artist got mad because she was still alive and that
Right.
was her song. And
And
if
she
you wanted
figured she
somebody to
should've been
sing
the
at
one to sing
last,
it.
you should have contacted her when she was still alive so she could sing at last.
Yeah, she got really hot about that.
Sorry,
She
but
went
I
at
was
him
hot
bad.
about that too because this is what I'm talking.
Could she
I'm
still
sorry, I don't mean
sing?
to cut you off, Truth,
Yes, she
but this is
could.
what I'm talking about. When you have living legends, I don't care if they don't sound all that great, but when you have a living legend and you just made history, damn it, you're supposed to have the living legend. You don't sit there and get Beyonce to do it because y'all friend. Come on now. The Truth, go ahead. That just give me my pen back. I got mad. I got mad.
Yo, look how bad you.
I got mad.
I-
'Cause that irritated my soul.
No,
when
it was.
happened.
I thought that was. I
Yo.
thought that was really bad by him. I mean, of all
Come
people, and
on.
no, she was a great singer even to her death. So it
Okay.
wasn't like Etta James
Okay.
could still sing or still throw down.
No, because she was on Dancing with the Stars and she was a little, but I think she was sick at the time. But my whole point is, it's Etta James, for crying out loud. It is Etta James, and I think this was during the time of Cadillac Records, and Beyonce was playing Etta.
Yeah, it happened
Right?
shortly after that.
But my whole thing is, but I think that's why they used her to sing it. But
Right.
you had Etta right there. This is a living legend. Well, may she rest in peace. But I mean, if I was there and Etta James was in my face, and I'm like, hold up. So we got the first black president, the first black first lady, and Etta James. That would have been me, okay? Because I would have been like, oh my gosh. But I thought it was disgusting. And it was just, and don't sit there and say he didn't have anything to do with it. Don't say his people. They should have done better.
I think what they should have did is I think BET did it really well when they did the Roberta Flack song and they had what's her name show up because she redid the song and they had both of them sing it. I think if they could have got away and did that, but
I don't mean to get upset, but
I see.
that-
Goddamn.
I mean, he triggered something in me because I thought I was the only one until he said something, and I'm not the only one that was really pissed off about that.
Oh.
I don't play, and I still listen to Etta James.
Obama been messing with you since the beginning, huh? The first day on the job, you was mad. Yo,
I'm
you
saying, no, because I still
Look
listen
at
to her
that.
music, and it's still to this day it still speaks volumes.
I
You know
get
what
you.
I mean?
I get you. I mean, I got a couple of some.
So now my question is, do these people get paid?
They all get paid for the performance.
Oh, so they get paid for these performances.
Yes.
the
So
only
I
thing they
can't
don't
buy
get
the
paid for
BS.
is a funeral. Like if
Paid
someone
for?
dies, like a tribute, those are the only
okay.
things they don't get paid for.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah. And it comes out of his political fund.
Oh, the one that people have to pay into?
Donate.
Donate?
There you go.
I'm not donating. No.
That's coming out of the stimulus package.
It might.
Ah.
That's why we getting 14
Yeah,
instead of
it's
two.
$14. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to cut back so I can get Justin Bieber to
So
come
then
out.
again, if the people that donate to his campaign, which probably they don't know, so now you all know that your donations go to them having these singers come and perform at the inauguration. They get paid to do this.
Well, I mean, a
Now,
lot
if
of
you
it
all
goes
believe
in.
change, and this is great for a country, then I would love for all these celebrity singers to not get paid. I would like for you all to turn down a paycheck because there are so many people still without a paycheck. You know, they're out of a job.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
luck with that one.
Whatever.
Well, they without a paycheck too.
No,
Good
they're
luck
not.
with that
They
one.
sit up here in their mansions.
No.
They doing fine. Trust me, they fine.
I mean, because they brought their mansions years ago. If you've been in your house for a couple
they're
years.
fine. They're fine.
Hey man, it's
Well, I
the
mean,
same
you
thing,
have
just
to
on a
look at it
different
from this
scale.
standpoint.
Don't get mad because they want to got a house on the
At
hill.
the end of the day, it is a business. And because of COVID, a lot of these artists haven't been able to travel.
Right.
So those are a lot of the older artists like Frankie Beverly and Maze. These are the guys who traveled all year round to get paid.
But they performing too?
They still performing.
No, I said they.
no.
perform
At
the
this
inauguration.
one. At
No,
this
no,
one,
no, not the inauguration.
So ask
But I'm
me-
just saying,
okay, wait,
artists
so-
like that's how they make their bread.
So now they got Deitrick Haddon. Where he come from?
Who?
Never
Diedrich
mind.
had it.
DJ Khaled? I don't know
Deitrick
why they got
Haddon.
him.
No,
there.
Diedrich had it. I was like,
He's gospel.
I thought she said DJ Khaled too. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, no.
Okay, never mind. Charles Barkley thinks that pro athletes should get vaccinated first because they pay more in taxes.
I heard that. He really did say that.
He
stuff.
did, but see, I like Charles. You know what? Because he has no filter. He's like me, so we like one and the same. But I'm saying, he don't apologize, and he shouldn't. That's what he feels. They pay more in taxes. They should get vaccinated first. Y'all don't agree?
So then, on going by that merit, then
Yeah,
Bill Gates and all of I know Bill Gates already got shot. But
I-
all the rest of them should get theirs.
I need
first?
Bezos. I need
Yeah.
Tesla guy.
Yeah.
He the richest man in the world.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Monsters, richest man. Line up, homie. But again, like I always say, I want that needle from that same vial. You're going to stick him and stick me immediately after. You're not switching needles, switching vials on me. I'll hold a vial.
We sharing doses.
We
dude.
sharing doses, homie.
That's it.
If you ain't
Go
messing
ahead.
with that $1 trillion man, you ain't messing with me. But see, this is,
Oh no.
I always loved Charles from a certain standpoint because he's the first one that, as an athlete, that came out and said it. I am not a role model.
Yeah.
And
I
unfortunately, you
remember that
have a
day.
lot of these parents want their children to emulate other people. Like,
Yep.
you should be emulate your parents.
Yep.
Yeah.
It should be emulate an athlete who's getting paid millions of dollars that doesn't know who you are, doesn't know you even exist.
Come on, preach. Don't
Yo.
know who you are. Don't know your name. Won't take a picture with you. Keep preach.
Now, you
Go
guys,
ahead.
as long as you
enjoy.
pay $50, they'll take a picture. But other than that,
I ain't paying you to take no
but
damn
it's
picture.
just
The
But he's
hell?
always been this way. So I'm not even
Probably.
shocked that Barkley said something like this.
I thought. Well, I always figured they would get the shots before us because they're athletes. Period. So that means that we need people to entertain us. You know, like that's how the
No, no,
government would
right,
see
right.
it. You know what I'm saying? Not because they paid it more taxes. If that's the case, because I think they're really high susceptible. Like you really don't want to lose them. Because you know you give James Harden a shot and he drop on a court, they're gonna be like, well, the vaccine was dead that day because
There you go.
nobody else in America took that one.
Taking that one.
That's it. I don't know. Man. Good to
All
see
right.
Charles.
Y'all sitting down for this one.
Let's go.
So the man has a lot of money. The man is a computer genius, I guess, but he can't figure out computer viruses, but he's figured out how to vaccinate to keep the population under control. This man also is probably going to end up in a White House. But did you know that this man owns the biggest farmland in
Oh,
the
yeah.
United States?
Yeah.
So his largest land holdings are in Louisiana, Arkansas, Nebraska, and Arizona. Who is this man? Bill Gates. So Bill Gates and his wife Melinda own 242,000 acres of farmland. So what does this mean? We all screwed. Grow your own food.
You said we all
That's what that
screwed.
means. Are you worried that he's now coming after agriculture?
He's been coming. Even when he was still doing the day, I don't want to say day to day, but when he was still CEO, he was already buying that stuff and putting pharmaceuticals, the pharmaculture, or the ad, or whatever, the farm industry. He was already preparing his stuff to go in there, and that's why they did like a weird move to like computerize the farm stuff. That was part of him and his deal. Yeah, he forgot. Well, you ever watch like a new farm? Like it's like one person can run a farm.
Why can't we go back to the old days when they put their heart and soul into the
Because
land?
you would need some
and
slaves, and I mean literally slaves, or you get them illegals like they do there to cut it. Because now they have machines and all this John Deere stuff. Like you literally can run it.
It was the
From your
families
thing.
before. The families ran it. It's why they.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
back in the
Families still
days-
do, but the thing is, I don't need an extended family. I don't need.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
need 14, 15 kids
Nah.
to do that. Now, me and you could just be
Well, I mean, that
mother,
doesn't
wife,
do on the farm,
some
but
kids.
you know, have
I've
and-
been on
and
the
one
farm
kid
by
doing that.
myself.
You don't. You can the machine. A lot of machines run the farms now, but he started that way back when he was still with doing the daily stuff.
Why
with
can't
Microsoft.
somebody just arrest him, put him in like a facility and examine to see if he's really Bill Gates or maybe he's a clone? I've been watching a lot of Supernatural, so I'm on season 4, so a lot of this
Oh
stuff
my
is in my
God.
head.
Oh my
and I
God.
believe there are changelings and
You only
you
got
know.
30 more seasons.
Yeah, serious, serious.
But I mean, like, good versus evil, and I'm like, this is evil. Machines, like, why?
Why?
But look at the country. Like, everyone always wants to say, you know, communism is bad, capitalism is good. And all it is I have more than you. And I don't care if you
Yeah.
have it or not.
Yeah.
That's all America is about, the have and have nots. You got people, these doctors, and traveling to all these countries and doing all these surgeries and donating all this money. And that lady, you could feed a child for 22 cents a day. And
It was 10 cents.
I was looking needy. I was going to
Inflation.
flip. But at the end of the day, look at what's happening in this country.
I mean, they
The
sent you a picture.
laws in this country prevent you from helping the
Yeah.
less fortunate in this world. You can't even feed the homeless. It's illegal. It's illegal to feed the homeless.
It's a sad thing, man. But you know what? Now, if I'm gonna go conspiracy, Jeff, like you,
Come on now.
now look at you, like we got time. I would think he's preparing for something else. So he has his own farms. He has his own land to live off of for him and his people. You name whatever extended people at the time, he can lock all those things already locked down. He's put fences and computer fences up everywhere.
Underground
Everywhere, all of his things is like, you no keys. They biometrically scan your ass to get in. Like you would think, like he's
So
like a
they're gonna
doomsday
destroy
cultist.
this Earth, or not the Earth. They're going to destroy us, and then he's going to start new with clone babies and.
No, I don't think they
I would
need to
say
destroy
clone
us. I
babies,
think
it's
when
just
we destroy ourselves, or
significant.
if this vaccine turns us on the zombies. You know what I mean? He's already straight, so who knows? Yeah,
I mean,
'Cause
look
he's been
at
studying
it.
vaccines for a long time too.
He has. Which is why he said the
viruses.
minorities need to take it first. Him and his wife.
Africa. He was
Yeah,
he is
that's right.
Africa.
Go ahead and get them jigaboos. Take it
Wow.
first.
I'm just if I'm going conspiracy theory, which I don't
Well, I
live
mean,
in.
that's a good thing. If just like I remember they
Like
were
it.
No.
interviewing.
Oh, no.
You saw how you got excited?
What's the guy's name? Quincy Jones. They were
Yeah.
interviewing him,
Yeah.
Hey,
and he
Q.
was saying how he had a CD in his hand 20 years before it actually came out.
I believe
And
it.
he's saying that's how they plan things out.
Yeah.
When they're going to release this and when they're going to release that. So if you think about it, if this man has over 2,000 acres of farmland, imagine the food and the cattle and all the stocks he can have set up to live forever, and whoever his selected few are.
He
So
can
if
live
we're talking
forever.
about fenced off, domed areas, that means they could be auctionized too.
Yeah.
So even though if things go crazy outside, you can still breathe inside.
Right. Or underground or whatever. Lord knows
Exactly.
Lord only knows whatever he's done on his
Okay,
property.
so we're doomed, is what we're saying.
We're doing.
Probably.
Look at you.
He's
You
like,
better hook up
"It's
with
not
him.
over
Bill,
to
what's
me."
up?
Hey, Bill! Listen,
Uh-huh.
no hard feelings, right?
I got a Windows phone. That's it.
I mean, understand people was mad at you because you was worried about vaccines, but you can't figure out a virus. I'm just saying. That's why people was really mad, Bill.
Oh Lord, woman. Oh Lord.
If you could just fix the whole virus thing on a computer, then we'd be alright. Anyway, American Skin. Premiered on the 15th and is out in theaters, so you can go to AmericanSkinMovie.com and get your tickets and tell us what you think of this movie. I am excited to see it.
You see it yet?
I didn't haven't had a chance to.
Okay.
I want to be by myself with no interruption. I did hear a review on YouTube. Somebody gave a review about it. So I got really excited, except I'm anticipating to be disappointed because of the ending. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, because you spoiled it?
No, he
Ah.
didn't spoil it. He just said that the ending wasn't what he thought it was going to be. It seems like Nate Parker catered to one group to give him a satisfactory ending, as
If you
opposed
thought he
to
was
what
going to
real
shoot a
ending
white
should be.
cop in the head at the end of this movie, wake up. This is why this movie is not in movie theaters.
Well,
With-
I see some power players, so that's
Yeah.
why.
With all the lacklusting
Oh, you
movies.
talking about him? He
It's
doesn't
two
really
people
have
from
much
Power.
of a role. Doesn't really have much of a
Which one?
role. He's just he's just a friend.
Amani,
just a
the
friend, yeah.
ghost or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
it is.
He's
What about
like-
the white guy? What are you, Spanish? Whoever the guy above the guy.
Right.
Yeah, him. He's on Power too.
I don't know, but I know that Omari Hardwick doesn't have Hardrick, whatever. He doesn't
Yeah, Omari.
have
There you go.
much of a speaking
A dominant role, yeah.
But it's important though. It's important though.
It
He's that ride or
is.
die friend that you call. I need you. He down for whatever.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, this is the thing, and this goes to show you not just what happened in D.C., but this right here also, where you have movie theaters looking for quality movies to make money. They would rather not make money than have this film in their
The
theaters.
hell? What the hell are you talking about? They made money off of slave movies.
No, that's
Which-
different. It's different. That's different.
What the?
That was pushed by no. Listen, that was pushed
Go.
by those major movie studios out there backed by specific directors, certain actors. This is a movie that was directed by Mr. Parker, all right? Also had Spike Lee's name on it, which ain't a good thing to have in Hollywood these days.
Why?
Because he is the movie version of Dame Dash. He didn't, dead serious. He didn't talk hella shit. He didn't burn so many bridges.
He calls the movie version of Dame Dash.
He's the movie version of Dame Dash. So, the fact that, because it starts off it jumps right in, the car scene.
Okay.
I just watched a few seconds of it. I watched the other one. It was fire. But I'm going to watch it tonight or tomorrow. But at the end of the day, you're looking at something that is a good movie, has great actors and actresses,
Agree.
and they don't want it in their theaters. You would have to go to one of these independent, semi-black, or I would say minority-owned, Armenian, whatever it is, theaters to actually see this movie.
So I got to ask a question. This had nothing to do with the virus, so why it's not in the movie theaters?
No, nothing to do with the virus.
So they were never projecting to put this in theaters.
But maybe
I'm
it
asking.
also has
I'm
something to
asking.
do with Nate Parker. 'Cause
Well, I mean,
remember-
Now,
Yeah,
I was
that-
just about to
yeah.
ask that too as a follow up, because didn't he just get in trouble or something?
Well, he didn't get in
couple
trouble.
years
What
ago.
happened was,
Molestation,
his
some
past caught up with him, and because somebody wants to, because everybody's woke and everybody has that female thing that we did that went away. What was it called?
No
The
idea.
Female thing that went away.
The Me Too movement.
Yo, you
That
sound
went away
so
all of
much
a
like a
sudden.
dude. That's like a horrible dude at that. He was like, that girly thing. They was over there.
That Me Too movement that caught up to him, and he just got trashed, and nobody really wanted to work with him. And now he was quiet for a while, and now he's back, and his name may not carry a lot of weight, even if you have Spike Lee. It
All right,
doesn't carry.
just look. Let me show you now. Just to put it out there, as far as the movie theaters and how desperate they are. They don't even accept cash anymore.
Well, a lot of places don't accept the
They
cash.
don't accept cash in movie theaters. They're showing Jurassic Park right along. They still trying to push Wonder Woman. They
Anybody trying to see
Krugers,
that trash.
like they're playing anything they can play. Here you have a great movie
Great
that
ensemble.
will generate funds, and they still refuse to do it.
So
The movie theater's racist, yeah. Because you have a whole bunch of black people and you don't want our money. That's okay.
it's movie theaters are owned by different people sometimes. So if you-
AMC's owned by China.
Right.
China don't like black people like that. It's okay.
right, so you can say, well, damn, I don't want to say they racist, but yeah, okay, make a distinct decision. But what if it's not? What if it's his past?
But
don't
I'm
wanna
saying
put that
that
out.
that's probably that. I think that's a part of it too. They're together.
Well, then this movie was doomed. Well, I don't want to say
No,
doomed, but it was never
doomed.
going to
Nate
go
Parker's a
to.
Genius and a
it
hot
was-
man.
It was. Oh my
But
Lord.
I mean,
It was never going to go into a theater. That's
but
what I'm
it
saying.
should. But this is.
Oh, yeah,
the
we're not
racism
arguing
in
with-
Hollywood.
we're not
This is
arguing if it
racism across
should.
all movie theaters and in America. I mean, you'll put up who's that crazy guy that makes really corny movies? He makes fun of people, political people. Barat something.
Oh, the guy who plays Borat. I know you're talking
Borat.
about. Yeah.
You'll take him before you take Nate Parker.
Facts.
Because he crosses audience and his movies sell. They make money. He
The
does
hell?
that stupid stuff, but they
He
all
was
pull
in
money.
the Great Debaters.
And he's a good serious actor. He's in Chicago 7.
He doesn't. No, he's
He's
not.
really good. The same guy. The guy who plays Borat. He's in the Chicago 7.
I don't care about him. I'm saying when he does silly stuff, they take him, but you can't take Nate Parker. Everybody has a past. Everybody done did something in their life that they don't want to talk
You
about
got-
or bring up again.
You got
But-
but you got to remember that Borat. Let's say the Borat. Let's keep it on the Borat guy versus Nate Parker. That Borat guy stuff never came out. He was always been a great serious person. They even from years before he started doing those characters,
Okay.
and he always goes after people that the media does not like or always had a problem with.
Okay.
So he gets. I'll give him a pass. In my opinion, he always gets a pass, and he always makes money off it. They get a great return off those. I'm not going out to watch you do
Hell
Borat
no.
3. No, but there is a good audience that will. So meaning, if there's a bunch of you that's going to
Ross.
show out and
Right.
to go to Nate Parker and support, but there's not a bunch of you, unfortunately, that will support
Alright.
Nate Parker off of this. I don't know why. I don't even know what the hell he did that caught up
Thank
with
you,
him.
Ron. Nobody wants to take the vaccine. We ain't taking no vaccine.
Not yet.
Yeah, you had 23 people die from the Pfizer one.
I saw that, but is that true? Because I didn't see any backup on it.
In Norway, they were within days of receiving the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. 13 of those deaths are all nursing home patients, apparently related to the side effects of the shots.
But did they have
They
pre-existing
were
conditions?
1,000
Common
years old
it
anyway.
says
I was
side
just about to
effects.
say, like, we
What
don't know
happened?
why
They were 1,000 years
if
old.
they in a nursing home already.
But
I
here's
gotta
the,
give
but
it.
they want the elderly over 65 to get it first, right?
That's the point.
Common reactions to the vaccine, including fever and nausea, may have contributed to a fatal outcome in some frail patients. But every headline is misleading. That's misleading to sit there and say 23 people have died, but you
Right.
have to give, you should have said 23 frail nursing home patients
Right, to be correct.
died. So that way people know, okay, it's okay. But now all you're doing is, again, you're scaring the public. Now, get a vaccine if you want to, but the rest of us are woke to the point that we gonna wait and wait and wait. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere.
Well, they're using the elderly as guinea pigs. They can't give it to the colored anymore.
I was going to go to Colombia, but now the CDC warns that there's a highly transmissible coronavirus variant to become dominant in the United States. They also found another one in Brazil. And my thing is, okay, so this is a warning not to go anywhere. I mean, there are some places that you can travel to, but if they're popping up in different places, it may not be the smartest move to go. Now they got the travel restriction where you have to show that you took a test and you have to show that it's negative.
Right.
All right, so if you got to go through all that just to travel, I'm not beat for that. No.
Really?
No, for what?
To travel.
One,
You
I'm
still
not
go
going
to
to
wherever you want to
stand in
go.
line to get a test. 2, I'm not going to go and get in line to take a test. And 3, where am I going?
You just said the same thing twice.
I said it.
Yeah,
exactly,
why?
but you understand, I'm not going to
Good.
take a test. I don't care.
It's just a test. They didn't
I
say
don't
we
care.
need the vaccine yet.
No,
Yet.
because I feel like every single time y'all go and take these tests, I wonder how much information they're collecting from you. Because
they're not
it's
getting that
always
much.
a new site popping up. There's always another site popping up. And I'm like, y'all really need all these sites?
Well, they get
Yes.
paid. They get paid for that. So, all right.
Oh,
It's
so
coming
now
down
it's
to a
about the
thing.
money. Oh, it went back to
Where
the
you
money
been?
situation.
Where you
I've
been?
always been here, but I'm saying so now it's a money thing. So your health is all about putting money in other people's pockets.
Where you been? That's been before.
You just mentioned Pfizer and
yeah, every
these
healthcare company.
trillionaires can't.
Period.
You tell a trillionaire he about to be a billionaire, boy, they'll wipe this earth clean. You think I'm joking?
All right. So last time we spoke, we had an election in Georgia, and Democrat Raphael Warnock. Raphael, right?
Reverend. I always know him as Reverend.
Reverend
Warren.
Warnock
Yeah.
defeated Republican incumbent Kelly Loeffler, and he is now considered Georgia's first black senator.
Yes.
Now, first of all, Kelly really wasn't trying to run for anything. She was a fraud. And it's
I didn't
good that
know who she
Georgia
was
woke up.
looking at. That's what bothered me. Like, who's she looking at?
Oh, because I.
Yeah, that would fuck me up.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Do you mean me or him? What did
So
Be one
we are
person
going
in the
to be
room at a
watching-
time.
A lot of Republican supporters have been waking up, and they are very interested in getting a lot of these older Republicans out of office. So for all of you who think you're comfy in your positions, you ain't, because they're not voting for you. They're going to remove you. Kelly, I'm not sure what your issues are. I'm not sure why you ran. I don't know who told you to run, but you're
She
a
ran for her
dry
husband.
human being. If you would like to come on our show to have a conversation, I just want to know, what are your other aspirations outside of politics? Because clearly politics is not it, honey. So what else do you do
You know her net
besides
worth?
just spend money?
You know her net worth?
Yeah, her husband
No.
is loaded.
She's worth about 500 mil.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
even
That's
richer
what
than
I
He's
wanna
richer than
know.
her.
You're like, can I hold 500?
It's a business move.
Right.
And we talk about this, especially on your show, Butterfly. These people don't want to be in Congress because they care about your well-being.
Right.
They're
Did you
trying
hear
to
what he
yeah,
said?
They don't. They're
These
trying to set
people
up
do
deals.
not- Okay, so you elected this man, Reverend Warnock, right? Now, does he care about you all? The
I will say
majority.
yes.
Hold on. Out of 100%, I want to say 90% of the people that you elect into office care about you for the first 100 days. When they get a taste of that senatorial life, the congressman life, the mayoral life, That's when they stop caring because it's all about their pockets and all about their name. As soon as a celebrity recognizes them, they become a celebrity, and now, boom, their heads are in Hollywood. Their heads are, getting on a late night talk show to have a conversation instead of worrying about the people. So, it's great. He's the first black senator. Amazing. Now stay on his neck. I know he's a reverend. Stay on that collar, okay? Make him honorable, keep his word, and make him just. And if he is messing up, let him know. And when it's time for him to go, there are no second chances. You only get one chance. Just like we only get one life, you only get one chance. We don't do second chances no more. And just replace him. In fact, I often say, in 100 days, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, then ask for his resignation. What's the problem? I gave you 100 days. You ain't made nothing happen. Bye. Coming up with too many excuses. Your mouth keep talking. I don't see nothing happening. We should be like that with everybody. But the people, not people, but the ones that should complain, they can't complain. We're so busy storming the Capitol. What we really need to do is empty out the zoos. Gorillas test positive for COVID. First known case, San Diego Zoo. Now, we really know how the gorillas got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, it's a crime for them to be locked up in a zoo. Clearly, they're not safe because people are nasty. So, with that being said, who is going to have the balls to break them out?
Yo. Well, let me interject. He's a gorilla, so nobody's going to break his ass out.
Why not?
Because he's a black gorilla. If he was an albino gorilla, maybe. Yeah. But unfortunately, he ain't going to make it. Sorry, gorilla. I don't even know your name. That's not what's the name who died. No. You know what I'm talking about. You know how they got rid of his ass. Oh, you dragging babies? You got to go. Look at that.
Which gorilla are you talking about?
You don't remember the baby? When the lady dropped her baby and she let him go?
Stupid.
What you think gonna happen with a baby falling in a gorilla pen? And he ain't even trying to hurt the baby. He just like, let me just move it over. Yeah, he ain't gonna make it.
So my question to you now.
Yes.
Should we get rid of zoos? Don't you think it's a form of a prison? In the beginning, I was like, oh, zoos are so much fun. You get to see all these animals. But now I'm thinking.
Did you just sign up for PETA? Because, your views. So this is really
no, what I'm saying. I'm just not realizing they're behind bars, too.
Yes.
It's just like if you put a whole bunch of black people in a cage on a ship, and then you close the curtain, open the curtain. Here, look at all my slaves. You put them on display.
Yes.
I mean, when they came from the Middle Passage to the Americas, and they had us in chains, and we were up on those boards, and they wiped us down with the water, and they put the, what is it that they put on us?
It was lye that they put on us.
Yeah,
to get rid of
it's
the
all shiny and stuff like that. Like they ain't never did anything. Our breasts were exposed. Our privates were exposed because you want to see the man. I don't know why they want to see the manhood. Can somebody explain to me why the men
they
had
would
to be
give
naked?
them to the. You really want to know? They would give them. The white ladies would come up and see, and some of the men would check, and not for probably homosexuality, but not really that. They wanted to see if you were a good breeder. So the bigger you were a good breeder, and some of the white women would sleep with the black slaves that's been out there. So they wanted to make sure they was good to perform. And they took it with the size, so that's where the size thing comes from. Big man, so it's another white woman thing.
In history class, didn't they?
No.
You got to go to a different school for that lesson. But yeah, so I mean, they put us on display. Aren't we doing the same thing with these animals behind in the zoos, behind cages? I mean, are you locking them up for whose purpose? So you have a gorilla. The gorilla would have been fine in his own habitat. But now they got COVID. They over here coughing and stuff. Come on now.
I'm going to say it like this. It goes on to two things. One, I think you're right if we're just talking. If all species are equal, you're right. If all species are equal, you're right. Now, because gorillas, horses, you name the animal, fill in the blank, they don't think like we can, or allegedly they have higher conscience, but they don't have like understanding like we do enough to evolve. That's why they feel they can be locked up. Because you're talking about humanity rights, which something is not.
But no human. Is going to where a gorilla is.
Yes, they do. They would go to Gorillas R to hunt
Okay,
them.
but let them. Okay, well then that at your own risk. Sign a waiver. It's my life. I do what I want. All right, bye. That means I don't have to come and save you if something should happen.
Oh no, I agree with you.
But I'm saying again, just because they could be considered a danger to us, aren't we more of a danger to them?
Well, we wouldn't be if we left them in their habitat and we didn't take over their habitat. But yeah,
So again, why are we keeping them behind bars, basically?
money.
For who?
What do you mean? Whoever owns the park or the whatever it is.
But now they're sick. When are they going to take responsibility for this?
Well, we knew it could go to animals, all animals, once the dogs and the cats got it. So nothing was free. So that means
But you're talking about gorillas that cannot leave their home inside a prison, behind in gates.
So
they're in cages, in gates.
it should have been the same thing like if a human prisoner got it. Keep their ass in jail, give them the soup, the whatever you want to give them, the vaccines, whatever you want to give them. Keep it the same
Lord
way.
Lachlan's husband, Massimo, is complaining because every time a prisoner gets sick, well, he's a prisoner too, so whenever
Yes.
someone gets sick, he has to go, because he's negative, he has to go into solitary confinement.
Yes.
Okay, fine. That's not my problem, sir. You committed a crime. That's on you. But again, how are prisoners getting sick when they can't go nowhere? Coronavirus didn't just pop up in the prison. Where the hell did anybody go? They there all day long.
The guards.
Guards.
What are you talking
Okay,
about?
then, so
We
when
knew that.
Okay, so shouldn't they take responsibility for getting the prisoners sick?
Well, you're right. Well, you can make that argument, and yes, you can do that, but they're going to say it's such a communicable disease
No,
that they
can't
absolve
go anywhere.
responsibility.
The only way for you to get sick if you're in jail is for someone to bring it to you.
Yes.
There's
Okay,
also
there are
other
so
prisoners,
many people
though.
in jail, in prisons, that are actually getting out. They're not staying there for life. Some of them did petty crimes. They're going to be there for like 2 years tops, and they're going to be out. But now they're running a risk of catching a disease that they may not recover from. So who takes responsibility? Now, can the prisoners sue?
No,
Why not?
you lose your rights. Unless it's if someone deliberately went in there and gave them a needle
Right.
or
Right.
something like that.
You deliberately got them sick? Hello, it's the
it's-
same thing.
You
It's
would have to-
communicable.
You would
'Cause
have to
the
go
same
down
guard
to the
that-
exact person that
Yeah.
brought it in,
Yeah.
or it could have been that last prisoner that got pulled over for whatever, and now they're locked up.
You're right. You're right. It's
Again,
hard
you
to
have a
do
lot
that.
of people that don't show symptoms.
And who knows that guard that gave it to the prisoner, and now the prisoner gave it to a new guard, and that guard gave it to the other guards. Who do you blame? Because those guards can't sue the other guards. I get you. If that's
All
the case, we
right.
sue China.
The ban on Trump, President Trump. Well, he got his Facebook and Instagram back, but there hasn't been any activity so far that we know of. Now, we silenced the president because we don't like what the president has to say. He incites violence. He's the reason for the raid on the Capitol. But if you listen to his speech before, he never called for violence. He actually called for peace. No, that's not made up news. That's actually facts. So if we're going to ban the president, can we examine other people that we should be banning, since the big tech companies are, they got all this pull and power now to ban him? Why aren't you banning people that use the N-word? Why aren't you banning porn? Why is it we see pictures of young girls sucking on a penis? You don't ban those pictures. You don't ban the people that put them out. But you ban the president. And I get it. He's the president of the free world. He holds a lot of weight. Could be problematic. But again, you said that he incites violence. Listen to this. Protesters should not let up. Isn't that an incite to violence?
Are you asking to tell
Yeah.
me? You're talking on the line here. No, it is not it's not an
Okay.
insight to violence.
Just asking. I'm just asking. If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, you get out and you create a crowd and you push back on them.
That alludes to altercation.
All right, that was a quote from Maxine Waters. Was she banned?
Mhm.
Do you plan on
Nope.
banning her? because technically she did just call for violence against her colleagues from the other side.
I won't say violence, but I'll say an altercation. She asked for an
An
altercation.
altercation that could lead to violence. Well, the same thing happened with Trump. Although he called for peace, an altercation took place that led to violence. You banned him. You're not banning Maxine Waters. Okay. I just don't know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be soon. Now, this quote may not be calling for violence, but this quote is kind of like a trigger. I know that a lot of the things that President Trump says could be considered triggers. That's a trigger too, right? And that's from Nancy Pelosi. Have you silenced her yet? No? Okay. There needs to be unrest in the streets. Is that trigger worthy?
Yes.
Ayanna Presley. Did you silence her? So what are we doing, big tech companies? What are we doing? Who is your master? You remember The Last Dragon? Who is the master? So who is it that controls y'all? Okay, so who is in the pockets? When you go to sleep at night and you're sleeping next to your wife, who do you dream about? You must dream about Big Daddy. That's the one you dream about. That's the one pulling the strings. That's the one that controls your money. Tell you what to do. Right? So if you're going to go and you're going to ban President Trump, then I suggest you start banning a whole lot of people. Not just Trump. He's not the only problem. And by the way, I mean, I'm a little uncomfortable. Okay? I'm uncomfortable with the fact that on both sides, they all say some things that are not pleasant.
True.
That can incite violence. But you're not banning anybody else. You saw a bunch of white people get upset because they were from first to last. That's what that was. They went in, they were let in. Because if you look at the clips, they opened the doors, they walked in. Not that one clip where you saw them hitting people. We're talking about the one where they actually were let in. Yes, so you know it was an inside job because you had to be let in. They took pictures, they took stuff. But y'all mad at Trump and you want to ban him, but you don't ban Ayanna Presley, Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters. Don't be mad at me. I'm just asking a question. So who pulls your strings? So you basically have somebody who tells you who to ban. The 20th is coming soon.
Question. At those other the other people that said stuff, how many people were shot at those
after those words?
After those words.
You have burning of businesses. Don't forget that Officer Dorn, he's a black man. He was a police officer protecting a business, was killed.
No,
they said nothing.
That was after. This said that was done after this was said. I'm saying, like, what I'm saying is that was done after those events already happened.
Okay, yes. But when he gave his speech, he was not talking about violence. He called for peace. He never said anything about violence. You also had people at that riot, or what do they call it, insurgent, whatever they call it. Okay. You had people there that were at the Black Lives Matter rally.
Right.
The same people. So the moment you saw the same people there, you should have known something was already up. Okay? These people love to do this stuff. Just like at the Black Lives Matter rally, you had people being bussed there. Okay? They get out. They had like rocks and stuff, cement blocks. They were there to cause damage. These people were there to cause damage. They were sent there on purpose. Out of 100 people, 80% of the people that were there peacefully. Some of them were first timers. They weren't there for no violence. They were there peacefully. They weren't a part of that whole nonsense. People being let in, all that extra stuff. What does the Capitol have to do with anything? Because they're going for a vote? That was why they were all outside. Nobody was trying to storm in and go in. Just them. Now some of them sat there, got shaved. Half of them got arrested. So now, as you're being interrogated, I want to know what the conversation is.
So let's go deeper into your theory here. You're missing the point. Let's take those same people that were at the Black Lives Matter causing havoc, that showed up here causing havoc. We'll call those protests what they are, peaceful, and then some havoc people, peaceful, and then some havoc people.
Okay.
We'll call both sides there. Those havoc people are now inciting a riot. I'll give you your 20%. We all saw the photo and all those people doing stuff.
Right.
Do you understand what happens in a mob mentality? Which there are rules on the books. You cannot incite a mob mentality, for good or bad. A mob mentality always takes over, and nobody thinks. There is no consciousness. It's whatever the action is. So meaning we're all walking like lemmings, and all of a sudden you kill Jeff. Jeff gets killed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if, let's just say, the guy with the horns, if he was the leader of that,
Why
and
were
do
you
that.
wearing horns?
I'm just picking a guy. I'm just picking a guy out that we all knew that was there. Let's say if that was a guy, then his charges will, especially under federal law, will quadruple, and he will be probably put down, should go under a death penalty, and it'll go back under Biden where they're not killing people because Trump is the only one going and killing people. But the you cannot incite a riot or a mob. That's why they jumped on Trump, because he didn't get up. Hey, I know you 80% that are there. Go home. This is not what I want. He had to be told again and again and again and again to do it. If I knew all you had to do was get on TV and you would stop that riot that's running down First Street, and you're like, nah, I'm cool. I'm going to go chill, get some Popeyes or something, which I want to do. You got to take some type of responsibility towards that. Now, whether I'm saying they should impeach him or do whatever else or this and that and the third, that's not me. That's on Congress, because those people were there in that room. And, of course, they're going to fear for their lives because you don't know what a mob mentality can do.
Oh, you feared for your lives?
Yeah, of course. Wouldn't you?
I'm sorry. What about the people who fear every single day that have nothing, no food on the table, don't know where their next paycheck is coming from? Don't you think they live in fear? While you all play politics with the money.
Because they can. We elected them to.
Because you can. So why should I care if you fear for your lives?
Because your other constituents or
Why should I care? If you
elected
don't care
them to.
about the people that don't have a job, can't get unemployment, can't feed their families. You had the money to help the small businesses, and now they went under. So now they're closed up. They don't know what they're gonna do, and you want me to worry about you because of a mob that y'all let in the door?
They didn't let in the door. Some other people let in the door. So now, here's the thing. Who's the daddy? I'm going to use your words. Who's the daddy?
Who's in charge?
Because it ain't the regular Republican guys. Now, everybody's blaming the Trump himself. Trump as that individual to be that guy. But we don't know if it's going to be Trump that guy.
Trump was not that guy.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying.
If you go by his previous rallies, especially the rally that happened after he didn't win the election, that was semi-peaceful, except for the troublemakers in that group. So if that was semi-peaceful, why wouldn't he believe this was going to be semi-peaceful?
Maybe it's Bannon and the crew coming back, because that already had this type of stuff.
All right, so
you don't know.
But okay, so somebody tell me when Trump knew that it was getting out of hand at the Capitol.
Trump knew from the beginning. The Secret Service already told him. There's Secret Service people there that work, so they're going to be like, hey, lock it down. The White House was already locked down.
Where was he?
Who?
Trump.
Locked away. Actually, he went to play golf. That's what they got. That's why they got him. Because Christie got on the news and said, yeah, yo, last report I have is him leaving in the morning to go play golf.
Christie, what is your role? Because you're saying a whole lot, and I don't know what your role is.
Well, he got left to die. What you mad at him for? If I left you to die, what you gonna do?
All right, so now I know why you're talking a lot, because you got left to die. All right, Christie. All right, so you got a bone to pick. You mad about you not becoming vice president. Now you mad because they left you to die. Now.
Yeah.
Okay, it's making sense why you talking a lot.
Take this corona, sit in the hospital.
Where he was coming from.
Hey, come on, man. Like,
what you doing with yourself these days, though, Christie?
He's gonna be a news one of the pundits, one of the people on the TV.
Oh hell.
Yeah. Well, you gotta do something. Political respondent. What you gonna do?
So you alive? Now you grossly overweight, but you're alive.
Yo,
Hold up.
what is
You
wrong?
had COVID. He is. He's
Yeah, no,
obese.
okay.
And he had COVID.
Yes, that's what I'm
But
saying.
he's alive.
He caught it at the White House while he was in a meeting with him.
You caught COVID as an obese man, but you're still alive. That's just like Magic Johnson saying he has HIV, but he's lived for 30 years with it.
Hold on. To Christie's benefit, remember, he put himself in the hospital. He had the best treatment like Trump did. You got to remember, he's still on that grade A health care that we preparing for him for until he dies.
plus.
Yeah, so remember, he walked himself in there talking about, hey, I was just with the guys before the symptoms even kicked in. They caught his stuff early because he got that great health care and he got that experimental.
If you're listening to this, and
I'm just
you
saying.
should be, then note that your lives don't matter. So when we say Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, apparently not. You have to be a what?
Rich?
Rich
Yeah.
lives matter, folks.
Yeah.
Poor lives don't matter. Black lives don't matter. Rich lives matter.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad.
Money, 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 money.
You better say it again.
Money, 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 money. Money talks.
Do you think he's going to pass that $1.9 trillion bill?
Who?
Biden.
We ain't get there yet. Why you rushing? All right. It was day 10 of 2021, and more than 1.1 million abortions took place nationwide.
In one day? I mean, whatever, a couple weeks? Whatever it was?
I said it was day 10, so as of January 10th,
Oh, so in 10 days. I'm sorry. I didn't see that.
1.1 million abortions took place.
That's not a lot for the population that's left. I'll say that's left after Corona done killed everybody. That's not a lot. I just want you to know. You know the division where they, 1/18th or some shit where it breaks down the fractions? I'm just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. What do you want me to say?
Okay, so, do we not use birth control no more? I mean, do we not use condoms? I know that you guys say that it feels better without a condom, but at this point in time, what happened to Plan B? I know that y'all don't want to spend $50 on Plan B, but they got one for 40 and they got another one for 30. So what's the problem?
You got a Johnson & Johnson version? What the fuck?
What?
Nothing.
You're right.
Get the one dosage. Look at it.
Yes, it's one pill.
Get the one dosage. I know
Oh,
what it
you
is.
know. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So,
I mean, like Jeff said, from a standpoint, it's not a big number.
No.
But then again, 1 million is a big number.
in 10 days.
But if you look at it from this standpoint, we talked about it earlier. Everything has been forced that way. They don't they don't educate sexual education in school anymore. They used to. So now you have a lot of parents that are scared to talk to their kids about sex because they might be having it instead of properly preparing them to have it.
Yeah.
Now these kids know nothing about sex, but that goes in this hole and let's go.
Right.
And next thing you know, guy like, what's this feeling? Holy shit. Felt like I did 6,000 crunches. My stomach is tight right now. Next thing you know, somebody pregnant. They're both 15, 16 years old.
Well,
And the first thing their parents do is take them to the clinic. You're too young to have it. Well, they should have been parented properly.
yeah.
My opinion, this is mine, so not nobody else's. The only time abortion should be allowed is if someone was raped.
I hear you. But, we're assuming that a lot of these are kids, and the kids need some type of guardian parental
Oh, no, parents
provision
taking
to
them
go
quick.
there.
Parents
No,
taking them quick.
of course.
Yeah, take them quick.
But I don't think that's 999.9 of
believe it
the
is.
million. I don't think that's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of them are adults. When you go there and they wait.
You think so?
Unfortunately,
I
fucking
think it's low.
feel it in
I
my
agree.
Great
bones.
sex education. Just take your kid over
I
there to Hunts
think-
Point. Let them talk to all
I
the women
go-
up there.
I go to the to the
I
abortion
think
clinic.
if we eliminate abortions altogether, and the only way you can get an abortion is for medical reasons.
Okay.
And say if a person came to the hospital beat up or whatever and they were raped,
Okay.
but then you wouldn't really get an abortion because if you were raped and you went to the hospital, they would have already given you the pill. And plus they would have, given you a concoction for HIV. So that's why it's important for you to go to the hospital.
Right. So what if you were that dumb girl that didn't? 3 days
That's
passed.
personal. That's personal.
You
I
told
can't
your
help you
thing.
because you have all the necessary resources at your footsteps.
But a lot of children that get raped don't know that, and then they hold up,
This-
and then
children,
and
that's
then a
that's
social
whole
worker
separate-
comes
that's
in.
a whole separate
But I'm saying,
situation.
but that still finds you in past the pill time. Now you got raped.
But
You got to
what I'm
take it to
saying,
whatever.
children, that's a whole nother conversation. So that's something totally different. So I'm
But
talking
in
about
that
for our
instance,
teenagers and our adults.
Still, so no, there's no a teenager is a child still considered in the law. I'm
Okay,
with you
fine.
because if I'm 15, hold on, I gotta break it down. If you're
Go break it down.
15, you're still a child. Mom got to make that decision. Fair enough. You know, she was a teenager when she knew she was busting it open for the dude. So whatever it was, that's still that situation. If she neglected to tell you, it's not too much in the instance. Oh, Johnny assaulted me or whatever it is, and that was last week. You're still caught in that time
But if you're a
period.
teenager and you're just if you're opening your legs to have sex and you're careless
What if
about
you
it,
assaulted? Uncle Johnny assaulted me. I didn't tell you, but now we're past.
That's
Now
about
we're
how I was
past.
gonna go.
Now we're past a week, so the pill is out. Now you got to go to the we got to go to abortion. We got everything here. We have locked up Uncle Johnny
yeah,
and whatever it
15,
is.
She ain't know nothing about no sex.
Well, I mean,
You
gotta
doing your
understand
uncle?
a lot of,
If he's anything, that's
a
what I'm
lot
saying.
of these kids that do get
and
messed
you be
with at
afraid
an early
to say it.
age, they don't
Yeah.
look at it as that. They look at it as love. Like, I care for that family member.
Right, and I don't want to see him go to jail, but you know it's a bad thing. Your mama knows it's a
Well,
bad
most
thing.
of the time it's because your
Whatever it
parents
is.
or somebody in the family telling you to shut up. But like I said, other than rape,
too.
you take the excuse out of it. That's what I'm saying. If you don't give them I could have this dude go shoot up the club, and if it don't work out, I could go get it taken care of. If you take all that out the way, these STDs and all this other stuff will be out of the window. But these trillionaires, they gotta be trillionaires.
Okay, fine.
I don't think, you know what? I think the pharmaceutical company will always rally against that. Because if we legalize prostitution, that will cut down a lot on STDs. If it's sponsored by the government, that's over control.
But
And-
so you would go to a prostitute?
And what happened? If it was legal, if I was
Lining
single,
up. Lining up.
you stupid. All those dudes you be talking about, oh, he ain't take me nowhere. He took me to IHOP. That motherfucker gonna go be right over there having a blast. Not worried about taking anybody nowhere. Because I already paid enough. I got exactly what I wanted most of the time. And I can do whatever I gotta do.
I had to
I
take
know
her to
it's
dinner.
I know it's clean
I
because
ain't
she got her
taking
permit.
no
Because
gifts.
you gonna go off, and I don't want to hear
You
it.
laugh.
No, here's
You-
the thing, and that's serious. That's why it wouldn't be, because then you would take everything out of it. All these restaurants would be empty on Mother's Day, Valentine's Day,
Why do they?
birthdays. Dead serious.
Why?
Suicide will go up on Valentine's Day. Go ahead.
No one.
Be women.
Why? Because all the women
men-
would be home while their men are out there with the prostitutes.
No,
You
no, they
lying
wouldn't
because
have
women
women.
got prostitutes too. Don't ever sleep on a woman. They
It's
probably do
true.
that shit more than
You
dudes.
can pick and choose exactly what
Yep.
you want.
I want 8-inch Johnny. Please have him by 7:30. Make sure he's wearing those nice sneakers I like.
No, because
Thank
I'm
you.
cheap. I don't want to pay for all that.
You're bugging.
You're
I'm
bugging.
not paying. I was
You're
gonna do
bugging.
the gigolo route. I was gonna do
No,
the
what I'm
gigolo
all right.
route.
So look at it from this standpoint.
Don't
What's
tell
your-
on yourself. I'm
what's
just
your
saying you're
longest-
bugging.
I didn't do it though.
What's your longest relationship?
Oh, like I gotta think. Go ahead.
So you think a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
So within those couple of years, you spend thousands of dollars.
Yep.
So when you look at it from a financial standpoint,
No, I was broke. I didn't spend all that money.
if you could retain your money and still get happiness and not have to deal with him not answering your phone call, where he's at, all these other things, it takes a lot of the headache out of it.
Most of the women
again,
are, right. Go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off, but most of the women are in the power struggle because dudes are always chasing box. But the fact that box is now easy to get, I'm not saying easy to get. I'm not gonna say easy. Well, it's gonna be. It's
Yeah,
available.
no,
It's more
because
available.
people like me
It'll be.
have a hard
Go
time
ahead.
as it is, and I'm gonna have a harder time if the box is available.
Step your game up,
Step
homie.
your game
What
up.
you want me to
What
do?
is up? What?
Step your game up. You better be match material.
You need
'cause
to
I'm
be-
done
you
paying.
need to be
That's
taking
it.
him out
I
for
am
IHOP.
material. Is that my fault that you guys are lame?
We're not lame.
No, ain't gonna be no. You not lame.
You gonna
Because
spend
every
money
dude
on
you
us.
think is lame, he gonna be over there chilling. Like, oh no, it was good. I remember her from high
Then
school.
find your
Hi,
prostitute
bye.
who knows how to deal with lame dicks. Pardon my French.
He gonna find. He found about 5. Don't
He
worry
good.
about it.
He gonna find him something. Then
And you gonna find you something
get
nice
his
too.
stomach crunches on, and then he'll go home and play the game, and I have to hear bitching and moaning in his ear. Are you still
Why
on the
you thinking
game?
everybody's bitching and moaning?
'Cause
Everybody's not bitching and moaning.
99.9% of women do. And that's
Yo.
every woman.
The world would be so different if this was the case. And I'm gonna tell you one more thing. And if once they already have something, but once they perfect the male birth control pill,
Yeah.
it's a wrap. You think they killing people now? They killing people now? Nigga, they're gonna pay you to have an abortion. Fuck that. They're gonna be like, please, skeet in it without it. That's it. It is over. It is over.
All right. Anyways, shout out to Anton Tucker, who announced this week that he is running against Chuck Schumer. So he has officially announced that he is running for the U.S. Senate. If you want to support him or check out his platform, it is www.tucker.votes.
Is he Democrat or Republican?
He's a Republican.
Okay.
Now, okay,
No, he's
I know
not.
Republicans got a bad rap. I know he's black.
I'm just asking.
But what we're going to see moving forward is a new wave of Republicans.
Give him a new name, because they're not going to be Republicans anymore.
He's still claiming Republican.
His views, though.
And I think AOC is running against Chuck too.
She wants to be a senator now?
She's
Oh, but did
She
She
side
go-
of the house already?
she-
didn't
She
what's
got,
that,
she
30?
got an
And
extra
you just
15
watch
minutes. She
Mark-
went hard on Trump.
Mark my words. Mark my words.
Last interview I just saw from her, I was scared that I didn't even want to be with my own what they call it, members of Congress, because I was afraid one of them was a traitor and what they would let me do like they were gonna throw it to the riot. And,
And this-
I'm
this is
saying
why
I'm
I'm happy
paraphrasing.
that,
She literally was just on.
Yeah, she was. She went ham.
Oh my God, was it 7 or 4 saying this thing on the interview?
I really don't care about AOC like that. I mean, like, whatever.
But now
I-
she
I
wants to
just
be
had
a
coffee the
senator
other day.
instead of
I
a
believe that's
congresswoman.
going to be in the works. Just mark my words. And when y'all see it, just text me and say, yo, you was right. I think that's coming down the pipeline.
If that's the case, I'm definitely like, look, who you working for? Because I'm gonna
She
need.
is
I
working
need
for
a job.
somebody. I don't know who
I
she's
was
working
like,
for.
who
but
you
Here's
she's
what
working
we
working
have
for?
to understand about this. We're looking at a new day.
Of course.
It's over. And like what Butterfly talked about, the gentleman down in Georgia, the fact that the women's basketball team is what got him elected.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Them saying his name.
To get
what
that
happened?
young lady out of there, and everything that the Republicans, because remember, people ran, when Trump ran, he didn't run as a Republican.
Hmm.
But the Republicans wanted to win so bad that they brought him into the party.
Right.
And now he's taking them down with him.
Yeah.
Oh, man, is he taking the entire one down with him. Me and you can run tomorrow and we'll win. Guaranteed. That's how bad the Republicans got it, and Butterfly hit another nail on the head. Are you comfortable 70 pluses? Start getting your retirements ready. It's over.
out.
It's over. It is over. The
We will
wood,
help
the
you
hood
leave.
has
Don't
been
even-
pulled over.
Don't even pack.
It's-
Just walk
it's
out.
over.
We'll mail you with boxes.
Look at this gentleman here, young gentleman, younger than me.
Yeah.
He's 39.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All these, look, you're gonna get this new blood in there now. Democrats own the seat, they own the House.
Yeah.
They wanted Trump a part of it because we needed that win. Come on over here, Trump.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're trying to jump off the ship with not a lifeboat in sight. He's taking them down with him, and especially with the
Wow.
riots thing. And we talk about this. People don't act like the Democrats was behind that. Go ahead, and let them in.
I
situation.
believe they would too. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Republicans ain't gonna say let him out. They did. All the people. Like, here's the thing. If I'm fearing for my life, I'm not going on TikTok and Instagram taking photos
You damn sure
of
right.
chairs behind a freaking door. You understand? And that's all you see them. I was feared for my life. I'm shaking. All you heard. So you have this. And what that does is, okay, who was running the House? And this is what the Democrats are going to push. Who was there? Who was this? Who was that? All Republican.
I
And
feel
Emily
you.
said here before. We all said we need a new house.
I get you.
So, in response to the D.C. Capitol raids, Chuck Schumer suggests that those who were arrested be banned from flying indefinitely.
Oh my gosh. Woo. Because that one they dragged off the plane was funny as heck, bro.
The girl?
Oh my God.
Wait, the lady they dragged
It was
off?
several of them. White privilege went out the window, boy.
The guy.
Oh,
I love everybody.
Oh my God.
It's the rise and the fall of the white man.
Boy, when you talking about privilege went down, it could, I mean, no disrespect to nobody, because I know a lot of people lost. It could have been an Arab on there. He'd have been the safest dude on the plane.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have talked to him. Boy,
And
when
that's
they
right,
put,
the Muslim community,
Yeah.
everybody yeah. sit back like, oh.
when they put that no
Hurry up, I gotta
flyer,
get there, I gotta get
and
there.
they were dragging him off the plane, and you thought you was going to run up in there
Yeah.
and act the fool, go back to Kansas? No. No, they even went and got the white girl who attacked the 14-year-old
Yes,
boy.
now that one I saw. That was funny.
They went and
That
got
was
her ass from
whoa.
Cali. She thought going back there was going to save her. They dragged her little poor butt out her old car.
And imagine you dealt with the father. Imagine if you had the mother there when you attacked that.
When to see,
Oh, she would have been
here's what
stomped,
she
yeah.
hit.
You would have saw the beatdown of a lifetime. You may not have survived.
Well, here's how things work. And of all black people,
Yeah.
in New York City, she had to mess with one of the best
Yep.
respected jazz. Like, you picked the wrong person to mess
Yeah.
with.
Picked the right person.
She picked the right person
Yeah.
Yes, honey.
to mess with, and then thought flying across country back to her state like they was going to issue a warrant, because mostly they don't.
Right. Yeah.
But
For a
the
lot of
fact
little
that
small
this
things, they
man
won't.
is so well respected and so well connected.
Yeah.
And I tell you right now, boy, more white people love jazz than black people.
Yeah.
What?
I'm telling you,
Yes.
that man's very well respected. They
Yeah.
went and dragged that white girl out her own car.
Yeah. Yeah.
White privilege is going out the window, and then
But
trying to
she
say I
doesn't
can't be
consider
racist
herself
because I'm
good.
Puerto Rican.
Like, I got news for you, buddy.
Your Puerto Rican people wasn't claiming you, so I
At
I
all.
don't know what to tell you.
At all.
And they ain't got a problem calling somebody a nigga.
So let me
So
read you
let me
guys'
know.
email. Dear Barack, when we began the pizza agreements, I thought we were going to be more careful than this. Operating from the White House is not what I originally had in mind. Remember that the hot dogs can come, but if you make a spectacle out of it, that will be our downfall. Please know that I am speaking as a friend. You are the president and can do as you like, but I have to say I think it would be wiser to restrict this activity to our predetermined locations. Let me know what everyone thinks. We can vote on it if you'd like. Thanks, Hillary. What do you think they're talking about?
Well, obviously, hot dogs is code for something, but
Yeah.
we don't know that talk they have, that Democrat upper echelon conversation.
Yeah. This is why her email shouldn't have been hacked. Because I'm saying you only got 2 blank out words. Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know.
I think I don't think it has anything to do with black or white. I just think it's status. Because you gotta remember, at one point,
I'm just looking at your face.
Clinton's charging $500,000 for speaking.
Yeah.
So he's eating.
What do you think these hot dogs are?
Well, we had pizza, and we know about Pizzagate. So I'm not sure what hot dogs means.
I think it's status. Has to be status. Can't be black or white, because they eat so much off of black and white. You wouldn't say anything that dumb. Black people. You wouldn't say anything that dumb about them.
Yeah.
Like Clinton could leave her and leave his wife and finally be able to give blowjobs whenever he felt.
Oh, see, now listen.
My wife don't even do this no more.
This past Wednesday, we had the pleasure of interviewing the Time Matters cast. And do you guys want to talk about it?
Of course, we
Sure.
can talk about it.
Go ahead.
Well, shout out to Mikey J.
Wait, is that Mikey in the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks old in that thing.
Ooh, why you? No, he
The
don't.
graphics and the beard and stuff.
No, I mean, yeah, with the
beard
with the
and
makeup, graphics, and the beard. I'm just saying, yeah. I was like, he didn't look.
Well, shout
he
out
wasn't
to
that.
Mikey J. Shout out to Bella Media Group, Angie
Yes.
Media Group, for allowing us to be the very first news outlet that they actually talked to
Yes.
for the release of this film. Also, they will be having a couple of days in Maryland where they will be having red carpet events for this event. So make sure you go out to that. We will be there February 18th at 9 p.m. For that event. But to give justice, credit where credit was due, for allowing us to come out, and shout out to the location I don't know if we were allowed to talk about them or not because I know it was one of those low key spots or not. But
Oh,
shout out to the location, freaking beautiful spot.
yeah.
But it was a great opportunity, and shout out to Butterfly. She came through super prepared. She knocked the interview out. The views he got off of that, off his own feed, was phenomenal.
Nice.
Nice. So this is a guy who, has directed a lot of movies. Grammy Award winning producer, Grammy Award winning artist. Unique gentleman. I know him from back in the days. He used to run with my cousin. Changed his life around. Went through a lot of different things, and now he's at a point to where he's giving back to the community. He had his Christmas event that we'll be a part of next year. But it's great, man. I really can't wait to get down there and see the movie and be a part of the event.
Nice. Me too.
You have any words?
Oh no, I had a great time. Thank you for everybody doing it. Butterfly did a great job, as always.
Really good job. Really good
Thank
job.
you.
There you go.
I had fun. I can't wait to see the movie and travel with these two fellas down to Maryland, get our party on. Psych, I'm joking. But it was awesome. The cast is awesome, and we look forward to it next month.
Yeah, shout out. And it just goes to show you, like, for someone to have the knowledge he has with, rewriting scripts and, catching someone who stole your script and the knowledge he had for the behind the scenes let you know this ain't your normal guy that says, you know what, let's film something. We're going to call it a movie, and then we're going to put it on something and try to make some money behind it. Like, to be a part of the union and what was the Latino guy? I forgot his name. He was
They called him Latino.
Yeah,
Latino.
That's what they call
Dude,
it.
funny as hell. Shout out to
Yeah.
him, man. It's just like, another guy who's been through hell and hot water, and now he's traveling around the world doing master videos, photos, editing, and, he edits for Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
And for him to, hook up with Mikey J and stuff, man, let's see some things looking forward to him. And the fact that he put out there, the fact that he has all these movies done, and he can't release them because everything has to be done time-wise. And he really put a lot of pieces and puzzles and stuff together.
Yes, I like that.
What did you feel your experience about that? Did you learn anything or?
Yo, I was floored. I was floored with the editing part because I didn't know it took that long.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I was just ignorant to the facts.
Well, I mean, if you edit, it
Possible.
wouldn't be a 3-hour movie, so,
With beeping in it. That's it. Inside jokes. Oh my lord. Oh my
jeez.
lord.
Oh, just imagine what the
I
real
learned
one
a lot.
was.
We're going to move on.
Yeah.
Okay. But Mikey J, guys, anytime you need an interview, you call us. We got you. Movie premieres, we got you.
And we're gonna be there. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna see exactly what he would like for us to do, what we can do. We're gonna drive up that afternoon. Set up, see what we need to do, how we need to do, support him in any way he needs, and plus, get as much information and stuff possible, and hopefully we'll have try to get like some shirts or something made with the new apparel and stuff on it, so we
Okay.
go down and
Oh,
represent
you bringing that up already? Okay,
some
well,
beanies and stuff. Well, I'm not bringing. I'm just saying, like, I want to make sure we represent the company while we're there.
well, since he jumped the gun on me, Truth Vibe TV, aka T Vibe Apparel. What's up with that?
It's something I've wanted to do for a while. Like I've always joked with Jeff about his socks, and people like, we joke about his socks because his socks is freaking official. Like, it's like this man collects sneakers and he collects
Can I see?
socks.
Oh, I'm just wearing regular low top white suits today. That's it.
So
Had to get up early.
you could tell like he's serious with it and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of research, and I want well, you're hearing about this first. We gotta sit down and talk about your sock line. We're gonna start that, but it's time for us to branch off still do this, but also branch off into something new, something different. Greatest thing about hooking up with Jeff from 2014, I love the way he moved, and he's complete opposite of me in a lot of ways, and I needed that. But it's just more lines that we have to have different outlets of revenue coming in.
Right.
And apparel's the way to go now, especially with a lot of people ordering stuff online. People don't want to, travel, do things, but it has to be right. I'm not doing that horrible ass material. I want to do cotton. I don't want to do fleece. I want to do it the right way. Good material that is not going to shrink up after you wash it the first time.
You better preach. You better preach.
And then on top of that,
pre-washed?
Right?
That's it.
Like it's crazy.
I mean, I already know, but I know a lot of things y'all could do.
I mean, we'll sit down, but like I said, I really want to get that sock thing going. But for the event, I want to get like some hats or something, shirts or whatever for us.
I can't wear a hat. Why you got
To
me
put
wear a
that,
hat? What I look like?
well, you could wear.
You wear
something
Scully's.
different. You could wear a beanie.
Oh gosh, I already have a hard time picking out an outfit. Now you want me to wear? It's got to.
You don't have to. You can have a shirt on, a sweater, or something like that. But like
I
I said,
was
I'm
trying
trying
to look cute. What?
That's on you. You
It's
can
a
still
red
look
carpet.
cute. You can still look cute. That's on you. Knock yourself out. But
Look
like
at
I
me.
said,
I ain't dressed.
yeah.
What you want me to do?
I probably just do a beanie, something, whatever. But like I said, I want to put a lot more time. It definitely won't come out. Probably like a little after summer, fall, something like that. But I just wanted to put that bug in everybody's ear. I saw it had a lot of shares, a lot of comments on it. Shout out to my man Joey. Joey said, the moment you get hoodies, hit me up.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, so just wanted to put that bug in people's ear because, unfortunately, there are a lot of people that watch us that don't want to see us succeed. They hate on us. They come to our events. They record. They call the cops on us.
What? Y'all got haters like that?
Very haters. They got people that,
Haters are excellent.
try to do a lot of different things or whatever. So I just want to let people know we're never stagnant, ever. You may not see things or whatever. We're one of the first ones I know. And if I'm wrong, let me know, that are streaming on multiple platforms at the same time live. Who else is doing that? And by the end of the year, we'll be streaming on 16 platforms live. Who else is doing that?
You see how he hear live?
So,
Emphasis on it, huh?
Yeah,
How many eyes in that motherfucker?
yeah.
Live.
So the only bad thing is, unfortunately, people on Instagram, there's only an hour. But all the other ones and stuff like that, we never gonna stay stagnant, yo.
Hey.
Okay, so if you had a Parlor account, it's gone. So basically, what happened was Parlor was created. It has been around for a minute, but it got a lot of hype after conservatives left Twitter and decided to take their platforms over to Parlor. Now, it got shot down because apparently it has cited, violence and all this other stuff. Like Twitter doesn't, but okay, Twitter's fine. It's approved. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people that were using Parlor were news people. They basically, more than likely, had an app where they just, you can take whatever you write, put it on Twitter, put it on Facebook, those apps that it can go anywhere.
It goes up to multiple streams.
Right,
Yes.
multiple, yeah. So that's what they were doing with Parlor. It was just another outlet for them to get their stuff out. Now, a lot of people joined just because their favorite people are no longer on Twitter and they're on Parlor. So they kept saying, join me on Parlor, follow me on Parlor. So they went to Parlor to follow them. Now, it took some navigating to get to, but it wasn't all bad. I don't know who was being rude or who was inciting violence, and it's not to the degree of what Twitter's got going on. I mean, and Facebook. I mean, remember that year where this guy was just going around shooting people on live? Remember he killed an old man and shot him to death on live?
That was Facebook.
Facebook, right?
Mhm.
You shut down Facebook.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
did get a little bit of heat. They got heat on
Didn't
that.
shut down Facebook. That was a whole murder. But you didn't shut down Facebook.
Yeah, you even did a show about it, Jeff.
Yeah, I remember.
When they kidnapped the special needs guy.
Oh,
and
that
put
was
it on
the
live?
group. Yeah.
The group?
Folks. Yeah.
So I mean, it was just a place for people to have their conversations, what they call freedom of speech, to say what they wanted. A lot of them just had their different different
Views.
They had different. I can't speak. They had different views.
Yes.
And a lot of them wanted to be free to support Trump without all the naysayers and stuff like that, without the, oh my gosh, fact checkers coming saying, they declared that Biden was the president-elect. Okay, fine, we know this already, but I still support Trump. Not me, but I'm saying on Parler, they said I still support Trump, so I don't want to get beaten up for my views. I'm going to go to Parler where people think like me, and we can all talk about it. But they got shut down. Why? Because we're in a world of anti-Trump. We're in a world of, if you even utter Trump's name, we will be fact-checked to say that Biden is the president-elect. I don't know why you're fact-checking me. I know that. I just said Trump. Ain't got nothing to do with president. I just said Trump. Ace, Trump's a king. I mean, matching card games now. Okay? Are you allowed to use the Trump name? We don't even know. But Parler was fun while it lasted. I deleted the app off my phone. Now, I was just being nosy. That's why I joined.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But I didn't really like the app, honestly, because
Why?
it was always updating, and I didn't understand why. But
Because they got a mass influx at one time.
yeah.
That's the thing. They weren't. I mean, they were set up, but they weren't completely set up. They went out and got new servers. They went out and added, not new, but added more servers. That's when they got to Amazon. That's when they did that. They got a mass influx at once.
So, again, if you're not going to shut down Twitter and you're not going to shut down Facebook, for you to shut down Parler, all you're going to do is, all that's going to happen really is that the conservatives are more than likely going to create their own platforms away from all the big tech companies, and they'll just have different opinions, or maybe they'll go to the dark web or the brown web or the white web and create their own stuff. That's what's going to end up happening. But rest in peace, Parler. It was fun while it lasted. Now there's something else that people are joining, but I have no idea what it is. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you could be upset about the election. You could be upset at the turnout, but recognize that the Democrats put the work in. Republicans, you relied on Trump to speak to the same group of people. You didn't reach out to get the other voters. Didn't do enough. And that's where the whole campaign went wrong. Okay? So you could say people cheated, but at the same time, Democrats put that work in. Republicans did not. Okay? So if you want to be mad at the right. And I think y'all helped lose on purpose. But that's just my opinion.
Lordy.
But here's my question. If people are calling for Trump's death, shouldn't they be banned?
Their accounts are usually checked. You can't be asking for murder. Depending on what platform it is. Everybody runs it different. But, yeah, your account will be checked. You can't ask for it.
But many of them are not being banned. So
Have they been reported?
many of them if you have fact checkers here and they were able to go to conservatives and ban them for saying Trump and remove their followers, then they should know when somebody says Trump should die.
Right. And I'm sure they are being checked by, you got to remember, it's a handful of people, worse, millions, sometimes, depending on the platforms, could be billions of accounts.
Let's see what happens with Biden. Let's see the first person to say death to Biden. Now, will that person be banned?
They've had that already. Not to jump the shark. They already had that, and yes, people have been.
Okay, so
On your Twitter.
okay, so with that being said, if that's the case, then we should see a lot more people being banned or more pages being banned, and there should be a new policy up there, and this should be taken more seriously. That means we shouldn't see porno. I shouldn't have to see women's breasts all up in the air.
I got to stop you there.
Why? You want to see porno?
I mean, it was the right porno. But either which way, each platform is completely different. Sexual pornography, whatever that is totally different than hate speech. Totally different than speech, racism, hate speech, whatever you want to call it, a death. Like, I'm going to kill whoever or such and such should die. That's totally different than sexual activities. So that's why if you're confusing Twitter. Twitter
I'm not
was,
confusing anything. I'm saying as a whole, all these big tech platforms.
but it's two different. It's two different things. It's like
Well,
talking.
yeah.
It's two different things. We're talking about sexual activity against that, against hate speech. I'm just gonna call it hate
When
speech
the
for
last
this.
time you saw somebody get sexed to death? That's pretty much we end of
Sex
life.
sent me to ER. You don't watch that on TLC?
Yeah, no.
That's because they goofed up and put a hamster in
You
their
saw
butt or
that
something.
one where the girl was riding the guy? No, the guy was on top and he was pumping so hard, and then she went and hit her head in the wall. Y'all see that one?
No. And if
But I
didn't-
can believe
if
it.
I didn't see it, I wouldn't
But
believe
he
it.
was big.
I'll believe it. Yeah.
If I didn't
Well,
see
you
it, I
can
wouldn't
break
believe
your
it. A lot of these TV shows are set up. And
Your uterus and shift.
Anyways. So,
Look, you mad? I'm just saying this whole thing. But anyway,
watch your bank accounts. Why am I saying watch your bank accounts? Because the Attila's Gym in Belmar got their money taken. They are broke. The state took $170,000 out of their account, wiped them clean. They were being fined $15,497.76 per day for staying open. This is the ongoing war with Governor Murphy and the owners of Attila's Gym. In a response, the state said the state previously obtained a judgment from the court in the amount of $134,463.08, which the state intended to collect. So it was in collections.
okay.
However, there's ongoing litigation and appeal. So you wipe them clean. Now, if you're fining them, how was you going to get the rest of the money if you just wipe them clean?
They send you a bill, so you're already in debt. So it's like I haven't paid on my credit card. I'm already $500 behind, and I got a late fee coming. So if the credit card had access to your bill or can get access to your bank account and stuff like that, which they can, and that's from way before us. That's from after 9/11. Thanks, Checks 21. That's why the government can take all your money away if it's electronically. I guess keep cash alive. But either way, let's go back to this. If you want,
Don't be fooled. He said keep cash alive.
if you want, I mean, that's why people
if
do.
we're going to sit there and go electronic, we all screwed.
Yeah, because it can be tracked and it can be taken back. So and taken away from you. But yeah, everything. What they'll do is they'll take that and then they'll give you a remainder for the balance, and they'll put liens against whatever properties that the company holds.
Okay, so but the gyms are open now.
Doesn't matter. He's still not making enough money to pay the lien. So if you have like a lien against the house, you're paying on it, but then you really don't even own it anymore.
But the gyms are open, and since he's been open, nobody has come down with COVID. What is the issue?
Doesn't matter. He broke the law at the time, whatever the law was. That's why they can get him.
This is a urinating contest, unfortunately.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. At the end of the day,
You have some people who want to just do what they want to do, and here's what he has to understand: this thing is killing people. So it's not like we're talking about the common cold where all you gotta do is take a couple of Sudafed pills and you're good. And I'm sorry, some gyms are the nastiest things on the face of this earth.
true.
You have people who don't have the greatest hygiene in the first place, going to a gym, sweating all over the place,
Before you
butt
finish
grease.
that statement, hold up. You seen some people at the gym when they sweat, right? And it just makes you nauseous because you try to figure out why you sweat like that.
Like an over sweater. Like, yo,
Yes!
my man, you ain't do
Go
nothing.
ahead.
You ain't do nothing but 3 steps. Nigga, why you that drenched?
Oh my gosh, go ahead. Drew.
No, I feel you. But, you
Yeah.
know, it is one of the filthiest places to ever be in.
Yeah.
And like I said, one of the places that we go to is one of the few places that have the sanitary wipes at every station.
Yeah.
The first time I've ever seen that in any facility. I went to one because they were allowed to open up in Teaneck, and they had a spray bottle at the desk. The machine's way over here. I gotta come get the spray and wipe down myself. Okay, this will be the last month we're here. No. So
Yeah.
it is a opportunity for it to happen there than any other place. Now, just because they said they didn't get it, we don't know. Somebody could have got it, not know where they got it from,
Right.
and went. So the chances of them not having any case, it's not gonna happen. You've had cases. You probably, got 10 mistresses and your wife, and you're trying to keep everybody happy. Because the moment you stop paying that first mistress tuition or mortgage, she gonna tell.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
It's the truth.
I mean, why couldn't he follow the law? All the other gyms did. He the only one getting beat. So is he the only bad kid? It's like if your grandma had a bunch of kids and it's the only Johnny that's keep getting that beating. The rest of us done learned and watched how to maneuver. And now we all free now, right, to open up. And here go Johnny, still getting that beating, still taking a licking.
It was one of those urinating contests.
Yeah,
You're
man.
not gonna tell me what I can and can't, and now you six figures in the
No
hole.
problem.
But see, here's the thing. Had he
Shoot.
listened to the governor and closed, then they'd be out of business.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't, because every law that was out there, especially for businesses, they were giving leniency. Now, would he still owe in debt? You betcha. You get what I'm saying? Like his bill, whatever that he owed, whether it be the landlord, but the landlord, he ain't the only one in that area, so the rest of them would have owed too. The whatever outstanding, if he owes like for the equipment and stuff like that, yeah. But everybody was giving leniency, especially in that early time when they said they were going to shut him down. That's the point. So had he listened, and PPP would have covered this. I know he was eligible for it because they got him on. That's how that money he was able to get it. Through him paying his bills and IRS. That's how they knew how to go to the put out a lien on it and have the judge get it. So he would have been eligible for, I don't know how much ever he claimed for, but probably a pretty penny. If he had over six figures in there, probably would have got a pretty penny.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? And then he can apply for whatever Biden and Murphy's gonna give us next month. Look at that.
You a Murphy fan? Anyway.
I'm not a Murphy fan,
Since
but
you
I'm just
brought up
saying.
Biden wants to release $1,400 stimulus
Yay!
to most Americans.
There you go.
When combined with $600, will give you a total of $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is part of his $1.9 trillion economics aid. Now, how does this work? Back in December, Democrats and President Donald Trump pushed to get $2,000 stimulus checks included in the second COVID-19 relief package. But the effort was blocked by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. May you rest in peace, sir, because this is your last go-round.
Yeah.
Ultimately, both parties agreed to a $900 billion package that provided $600 stimulus checks. Biden then made a pitch to Georgians. See how easy you all are? Make sure Democrats win both U.S. Senate seats, and his party would up the checks to $2,000. Georgia voters did just that, sending Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff to Washington, D.C., and giving Democrats control of the Senate chamber. So we're only worth $2,000. Most Americans. Y'all happy about that?
If it's $1, you gotta be happy, because there are a lot of people out here who, like I said, we've been fortunate to still be employed through this entire ordeal we're dealing with.
True.
So we're fortunate. But for those individuals who are really struggling, we're not talking about the people who are getting over and all this other stuff, but there are people over there who are really struggling to pay bills and to make a living and feed the kids. Yes, $1,400 is good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying they can go to Disney World with it or it's going to get them out of debt. But what I really want to hear is forgive debt. I want to hear that.
He has a rental plan in there that's detailed, way detailed. He has another plan that's going to go through, I think, the banks for mortgages. So he has a big worked out thing. We forgot all these people have not paid
At all.
mortgage and
For a
rent.
year.
Mortgage is going to be more than that, and rent. How many people are going to be homeless based off of
Interest?
this? Because they kept prolonging the eviction process. People still prolong.
Yeah, Murphy kept pushing it back.
I don't care if you're working or not. You know
March
what I mean?
19th.
Yeah.
March 19th.
I don't care if you're working or not. You ain't paid that rent, and I'm the landlord, and I can easily kick you out. Deuces. See ya. You know, he's putting in a lot of stuff. I get it. That's more than the 1,200 if I'm adding the 6 and the 14. But he's giving a lot of other programs for people to take advantage of. So if I think he's gonna change the rule to like from the under 6 figures or whatever, under 100,000, you'll get this or whatever it is, but still gonna cover most people. But the other programs, people are gonna be eligible for. So let's say like you just didn't pay your rent. Let's just say you kept working, but you was like, hey, I'm chilling. I'm not gonna pay my rent. I want to get a Gucci bag, whatever it is, right?
Right.
You're still gonna possibly be eligible for his program. So you get 9 months free. You got
Free
9
rent.
months free rent. If he come over, Biden paid. You got 9 months free. You took that 9 months free because you were still working, and you had your Gucci. You living. You cool. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's his program in a nutshell. What you saying in a nutshell?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Nobody else is offering this. Nobody else is offering this. And I hope Mitch goes, but Mitch gonna be in there probably while my grandkids are
Well,
coming.
okay.
What state
so
is he
know
from
what you're
again?
Because Mitch
saying.
is the only one stopping.
What
huh?
state Mitch is from?
Oh my God! Yeah, what state is he from? I forgot.
If we can find that out from what state he's from, I can tell you his days is numbered. But
Well,
I
his
will.
states are numbered anyway because a lot of Republicans are pissed.
Yeah. Well, I will say this from this standpoint: it is desperate out here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about these landlords are saying we don't want a security deposit. When have you
No.
ever heard a landlord tell you, "Don't worry about the deposit, first month free, just move in"?
Where they say that at?
You talking about they doing all deals? They bringing
They
the
doing
money
all
down.
deals now.
If you can show that you working.
As long as you can show you working,
Where
they're
they
just.
doing that at?
Oh, like I thought. Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Oh, he's over. It's over for him.
Oh, but it's over for a lot of these Republicans. There's a movement to get a lot of the old heads out, which we're happy about, and I think that would be good for the country to get them out as a whole, regardless of what side you're on.
Well, it's just like the young lady said a couple of weeks ago. You know, the old people scared her because most of those people that were in office were still alive when we were still getting whipped.
Yes, that's a problem.
So that's why we need some new blood. But this,
But I said that a while ago.
as of right now, landlords are. I'm telling you, people,
Where they say
they're
that?
desperate.
What did they say? What?
Where,
It was just a
what landlords
commercial.
do
Someone
you
said,
know?
no deposit, first month free.
I need an apartment.
like
Where
it's
do you
a
see
storage.
that at?
There's a couple of apartments up here. My sister just got one that was regular $2,800, 2 bed, 2 bath. They gave her $800 off completely for the month, like not for 1 month, completely
Ever.
off the whole lease.
Forever.
So she only pays $2,000 for it, like for a luxury apartment, because they needed her in there.
They
As long
need
as she
people
showed that they
paying
could work
rent.
and she has a steady job and stuff like that. They even cut back on the security deposit. They want people in there. They getting the rest of these fools out. So you gotta remember, let's say you bad with your landlord. Your landlord wants you targeted already. So when all this is free and done, I want you out. I don't care what program you got. You gone.
But like he said, like Jeff said, for those he know, your landlord know if you're working or not.
Oh yeah,
You
they
still
know.
going up. You got cameras. These luxury buildings, they got cameras.
They know.
You get up every morning with your uniform on.
They know.
You know what I mean? You pull up in the yard with that new Mercedes Audi. I
Mad
never
at
seen
you.
so many Audis before in my freaking life. You pulled up in the
Relax,
yard with
man.
that brand new Audi,
Yeah.
and you ain't paid rent since March.
Yeah. It's a lot of places popping up, man. That's why I say keep your eyes open.
As we said,
And the foreclosure rate.
oh, what?
Yo, this is why they say we're in the recession already, but the recession has not happened because nobody's been kicked out, nobody's been floated. Everybody keeps getting slowly floated across.
But I see people buying homes all day long. These homes are going up for sale, and they're
Home rates are dropping. Yes, depending if they're working and stuff like that, compared to how many people have not paid their mortgage or on forbearance.
So, for instance, if
You
you, say
understand? So, forbearances, right? So how you gonna pay all that at the end of the day if you couldn't pay now? Especially if you're trying to sell your home. So am I selling at a loss because home rates are dropping
facts.
and the interest is still low? So like with me now, we have steady jobs. Shit, I want your house, Mr. Johnson. You can get on out. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's
Absolutely.
exactly what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing last month. I was looking at these places. Oh, you on the pre-foreclosure list. Well, I'll see you next month. And I'm walking around their houses and their building like, why you watching? Because you ain't paid. Bank of America already done put your ass on Zillow. You been in for months.
That's how these people do.
Yeah.
Like say if you making 6 figures and your husband making 6 figures,
Yeah.
and y'all both bringing about 200 grand up in here, and y'all want a quick
A quick flip or
quick
yeah,
flip,
you ain't even lying.
those are the houses you targeting. You target 5 or 6. It's gonna be a buyer's market.
Yeah.
You can't lose
That's
because there
the
are people
thing.
out here that still had a job that are still trying to step. It's this guy where I work at is a regular worker. This man pulled up in a Lexus.
Mm-hmm.
That's how desperate these 2020s. They gotta get rid of them.
Yeah.
They gotta get rid of these 2020s. All these landlords, you see, it just in this Hackensack area we're in.
Yep.
You see about 12 complexes going up. They need people to live there.
Yeah, like the one around the corner.
Yeah.
They
That's
gotta,
gonna be a nice one.
You need people
Yeah.
there. And if
But
they
I'm
drop,
What you look at your lips
Be
like,
like-
well, shit, I'm about to get.
No, because the rent's gonna be outrageous.
how's
It's
that
gonna be
outrageous when they
high,
drop
but they're gonna drop.
$800?
They're gonna drop.
When have you ever heard a landlord dropping $800
Right.
on your not 2 months, 3 months, ever?
Yeah.
Just you got a job. Let me
I
see.
need him to drop a little bit lower than that.
Bergen
yeah.
County is expensive because they try,
Yes, it
you know,
is.
it has where the money is for New Jersey. It's going to be expensive, but instead of it being $3,000 for that apartment, they may give you for even $22. You get what I'm saying? So that's a big ass drop. They're losing $800 per month.
So you're saying that you suggest people, regardless of what the rent is now, just apply anyway and negotiate.
They're
because
gonna apply.
Well, they
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Well, we
let's
tell them
check it
anyway
out.
because we talked about before. Every one of these luxury apartment buildings have to give us amount to affordable
For
living.
low income, yeah. Yeah. Affordable
By
lifestyle,
law.
low income.
So even if people are there paying $3,500, you can, if you're one of the what's it, like 5 or 10 apartments, something like that.
It's a percentage. So
Percentage of, like, say if they have
Yeah.
200 apartments, say like 7 or 10 of them have to be awarded to affordable living. So while everybody else is paying $3,500, you're only paying
Right.
12 for the
Right.
same apartment.
right. Or somebody on section
But
8
you're,
paying
okay,
zero.
but you still can apply. But how do they know that you will qualify just based
No,
on
they-
your
they-
income?
all
They're
right,
gonna
so-
take your income. Are you gonna take
You
your
can
income?
check your income.
lifestyle, how many people there?
Yeah, so
your
if
job
200
so far?
people with that income apply, somebody's going to get it.
Yeah.
You say you not.
Sometimes they pick the best. Sometimes they do a little lottery. Like, hey, we gave this out to only 7 people. You're one of the 7, and we're gonna pick whatever it is who's in dire need. It depends, but there are people. Let's say you can afford the regular. You know, like, hey, ask for a discount. See what's up. They give it to you.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
missed it too.
they want people there that they know who are going to pay and be able to pay.
You said you listed.
No, I just missed a lot. Jeff gave me information to one time. They were only allowing 50, and my number was 68, so I just missed it.
Dang, 68.
They only had 50, but I was picked 58. 68 to let me know where I was selected.
Don't trip. Were you in Essex County? There's a good area in Essex County. I know that. Keep your eye open over there because you working. I'm just saying if you want to stay in the same area.
I'm saying, well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, in Newark, they got, all these new locations up, and, like, one by NJ Pack is, like, 3,000 and change, which is ridiculous, but
You
Give 'em
get
a
I
it?
was wondering,
That's how desperate they are
Yo,
right now.
for giggles, I will give them a call. Hey, how do you guys have any discounts for whatever? I'm qualified in my job. I'm already this. I've been here and stable this. Are you guys doing any whatever discounts or details, whatever it is going on, just for giggles? See what they say. They may drop something. Tell you right at the bat. Yeah, we got to open it special. We giving off blank, whatever. You laugh.
No, you did that.
Yo, you laugh.
And the people that laugh, the people that a lot of people
forget.
that, like you said, you need to know.
Listen.
You know.
listen, this is Butterfly Blackout. If you want more of the tea that I'm getting, because they're, like, promoting it, where can they get this extra tea, Jeff? What, every Sunday?
Oh, yeah. We always do it on the man
Sundays
show.
around 5 p.m.
Yep.
5-ish. We
5-ish.
all roll in. 5
Yeah.
p.m. We give that information out. But no, this is so. Don't ever be afraid because this says luxury
Yes.
apartments. They want people in those,
They need
especially
people
right
there.
now. Especially right now. So if that apartment you was looking at is 3, there are other places,
Right.
maybe 1 bedroom. You get a 1 bedroom instead of a 2 bedroom. You get that for 15, and then they'll knock something off for the 15.
Okay, so you see what I just did there? While having my show, we incorporated a Better Man, right? Which premieres every Sunday at 5-ish. Okay, with
5-ish.
a great cast of men with their own point of views. No women allowed, but women can chime in. Okay?
No, I mean,
And
you
Jeff
never-
comes in with the knowledge that you need,
Right.
whether it be finance, whether it be lifestyle, whether it be about the sock apparel coming up. Get all that
That's
good
right.
stuff, right?
That's
right
right.
here on Truth Vibe TV. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week. By that time, we'll have a new president and probably some more BS. but we'll be here to report it. And then we'll keep you up to date about our new luxurious lifestyle of the rich and famous, aka getting our brand new 2020 model cars and getting us into luxury apartments.